Welcome back to the reality, guys. I'm your host, Billy Blinks, joined as always by my co-host, Brian.
It's fine, buddy.
Survivor 47, episode 4. Brian, this is the first time in a while, but I was fist pumping at the end of Survivor episode. I was wooting. I made a TikTok. I was psyched. Look, we're hard on the show, rightfully so, because we just get a lot of clunkers after clunkers. But to see a slick move like my girl Genevieve pulled, my preseason pick, she hadn't spoken in 3 episodes, but she spoke tonight, Brian. I mean, there's a lot there, but I just feeling energized a little bit coming out of this one. How do you feel about the episode?
I'm happy you enjoyed it. I did think it was good. I'm not ready to say that it's fully back. I mean, it's still only one episode, but it was a step in the right direction. I do love seeing these people that think they are running things and just be completely blindsided like that. That was a good blindside. You know why I liked it was a blindside is no one was saying consistently throughout oh, this is gonna be a great blindside. Like, just play the game and then let the fans decide if it's a blindside.
Yeah, I agree. It's just, I like things where the fact was Genevieve was like, hey, she was thinking ahead. He finds out from Rome that it was Keyshawn's idea to have her be the dummy target, right? In her head, she starts doing the algebra and she's like, well, if I'm in this core four or even this core three, I'm the third of the three. Why am I getting thrown out there, right? Keyshawn's sitting there talking with a teeny when she gets back saying, I can't believe no one's saying our names. Like, we're so smart. But she makes Rome and she makes what's our other buddy?
So
Yeah, Saul, who literally Rome's hanging him by his ankles over a bridge most of the episode, beating him and threatening him. And great line. Ultimatum, not a threat, Jeff. It was like I just like this episode. There was a lot of for me to memorable moments, more memorable moments in this episode than the whole season so far.
definitely for sure. And I mean, it's good to see villains back. I mean, if I was Soul, I would have stuffed Roman in the locker if he was talking to me like that. Like, I don't want to see Soul go. I don't know why people don't like him. I actually enjoy it takes a lot of mental capacity to not freak out in those moments where he's just like anybody's been in your face like that. So I have to give that a lot of respect. Like,
I think
I want him to come out of this.
bro. I think he's all of a sudden again in a great
I think
spot
he's in a
right
good spot.
now. Genevieve is number one in that tribe. She's got the most power. She's the smartest as of this week if you're power ranking it. But if you kind of look how things are now, Teeny could be on the outs because she was the part of that alliance and got blown up, obviously. Or frankly, Rome's still annoying, right? So
Yeah,
I think that frankly, next week they could all just be like, yeah, Rome doesn't have a steal a vote anymore. We need to go idol hunt, right? We need to make sure he doesn't get it. We all just need to keep doing it. But the fact is, as long as they don't let Rome get the idol, I don't see how he may not be the next one gone. He could also be the next one gone. I
yeah.
just think that it's a very interesting, fluid dynamic in that tribe. And I don't like seeing tribes like we've talked about before becoming super weak and being the loser tribe. But having them go back to back weeks has helped, I think, with the continuity a little bit in the storytelling for us. Like we've been able to kind of live in that tribe for a few weeks, and it's gotten me, frankly excited for us to get to emerge because I'm enjoying. That's why it should be two tribes because we should be able to spend equal time like
I
that, and
agree.
that would be good.
I agree. And I mean, going back to in my opinion, needing strength, these challenges and these immunity challenges, I don't think you need to be that strong anymore. It's not like the old days, like the challenges were grueling at times. I mean, look, what are we flipping over a wooden cube and then we're climbing up it and then we're getting bean bags and throwing it through a little rectangle and then you're doing a puzzle. I mean, it doesn't matter. Like,
A
that's not.
new Brian. To be fair, it was a new Survivor puzzle.
Well, I thought the new aspect was literally throwing through the rectangle.
No, he said new Survivor puzzle. They were showing the
They did a
flame.
fire one the other week.
That's what I was
Maybe it
laughing.
just looks different. It's still a fucking fire puzzle.
It's a new one.
I thought the new aspect to me as a viewer seeing everything is this thing. Literally this. Throwing
I
through
would
this.
agree with you, but when you go back and watch it,
I
he
know,
talks
I
about it
know he
with
said
it.
it, and I just think he's a dope. But
I hope it is just like a new iteration of a flame. They have obviously built flame puzzles.
right. I mean,
I was dying. That was really
I'm
funny.
just, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I'm really tired of watching them do puzzles.
You
I
you
really,
think?
honestly, dude, I check out so much of the mini challenge. It doesn't mean anything to me anymore. It's just the same thing. They just have like 20 things and they just kind of fit them into like a three-man rotation and then it needs to end on a puzzle that it just, I don't know. It doesn't draw me in. It doesn't draw me in like it used to with the
Uh,
challenge.
Another thing that usually tunes me out, but I did kind of perk my ears up when we heard something new, was the fact that they went on another excursion. Just their weekly excursion, a member from each tribe. Remember when that was like so shocking when they would take someone away from camp and it was like, oh
Yeah.
my God. They they all go every week. They have like a bus pass. It's not even like a
Yeah.
big thing anymore, but they have now what I've been calling the Wonder Twins idol, but they aren't triplets. It's the what do they call it?
They're like, they call them amulets.
Yeah, the amulet idols. So basically, you have to use them everyone who has one of those idols has to agree, or amulets has to agree, and then it acts as an idol, unless only one of the people are left, and then it becomes an immunity idol. So will these three people end up using it together? Will they use it as a way to? No, obviously, they're going to try to hopefully knock out people, and it's rough because I don't know about you, Brian, but like maybe they should have said like, "Hey, we're not going to tell anybody about these idols. Just tell them that we played some stupid effing sandbag game and we lost the vote." Like, was why, Brian?
These amulets to me are whack. Like this is to me very dumb. Like I know they think it looks cool, but you got to use all three and you got to decide on one. I mean, it's just like to me, it just promotes them trying to get each other out. It's not really
Well,
an advantage,
they
man.
literally are targets. People
Yeah,
know who has them. I don't understand why they did that. And that's look, I'm
I
being
didn't like
fair
it.
here. I gushed at the beginning, but like there are some things that was stupid. Like that was plain stupid.
Yeah, I don't like that. I just thing is
I
they try
wish it
to
was
like
only twins so we could go twins
I
Basil,
know
but
twins battles. I know I,
triplets. Like, what do we do with that?
they try to make these things like sound so cool when they're explaining it, and I just it's yeah, I don't love it. I did not like that at all. I just thought that there's no. It would have been nice if it was like okay, if there's three of these left in the game, they only last until this tribal council, and then if somebody used like I would have liked it more if like the it would extend like each one was an actual idol, and then like if
Yeah.
somebody used it, then that those two that are left gain a little more, like another round or two rounds, and then like stuff like that. Because then you're like, oh, they used it, or like they you have to get like maybe they have to find out if they use it, or they went home, and then you know it's out of the game, then you can play. You know what I mean? It's just like
You'd have something. Yeah,
it's just
there's
using teamwork together. I especially right now where it doesn't even matter for multiple weeks. Just kind of what was the point of that advantage? Like, why
I,
wouldn't you just why would if who went back and told it? Was it Teeny? Did somebody go tell somebody what they were doing, or did nobody do it?
yes. Well, no, they told so there was so the three so Andy, Teeny, and Caroline. So Teeny went back and told her alliance. So she only told she didn't tell Saul. She told
Told
Rome
Kiwan or
and
Keyshawn and
Keyshawn and Rome didn't
Genevieve.
know
Okay.
about it. Um Carol, I mean everyone else I saw okay, they Caroline talked about it.
I
And
would
so
just vote them out.
yeah, and Andy did they all know about it. Everyone
I would
knows
vote
about
them
it.
out in an instant
They're idiots.
because you can't use them together. They essentially have a fake idol. Like it's nothing.
Yeah,
It's beads,
Brian, they have
beads on a
targets.
string.
They have targets on their backs all the
Yeah, I
time.
would. I would like you said. Like what's going to go on with Lava Chow? I would just vote Teeny out.
Yeah, frankly, yeah, that's gonna come up next week. It's like, do we really need that? Do we really need? And again, too, she's the one that couldn't even put the knife in the vote last week. Like talking to starting the episode, being like, I know
Yeah.
this vote's gonna come back to haunt me. It's like, yeah, because you didn't, it was half measures. Like you have to vote for the person that you're like plotting the vote against. Like, and then you
Mhm.
just can't like back out
Yeah.
because there's enough votes.
And going
Like
back to the amulets now, it just almost creates like a new alliance that you're not a part of. So why would you keep them?
you wouldn't.
So just I would just be like this. See you later.
Teeny hasn't put herself in a great spot. Let's just say that. A couple
Not
bad
mad
weeks
about it.
for her. A
Not
couple of
mad about
bad
it.
weeks for the super fan.
Get
Uh,
them out of here.
I do. There was a couple of quick other things. I do want to bring up Sue. I think Sue's a great player. I like her idol hunt. The paint was a funny touch. I did like that.
That I like that. That was different because then you're like, oh crap, what am I gonna do? But like, man, they really played that up in the trailer, and it was nothing.
Yeah, it was like that was obviously paint, but then them being like, oh, it's blood. She should have just been like, yeah, I cut my hand, but like I got the medics coming over. I
Y-
just like they told me to wait by the well so they
Yeah,
could pour water on it. Like,
but
and
I mean, like the trailer
no way.
really played up like, oh my God, Sue's hurt. We didn't believe it, but it's just like it was like 3 minutes.
Also, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be rude. How do they believe when Sue was like, oh, I'm like 45? Dude's a dope. Dude is such a dope. Like,
Yeah, just
I love her. I think she's safe. I think she'll definitely make it to the merge. I'm looking forward to. There's a potential with some of these people in these tribes to have a good merge tribe of a good mix of characters. They just need to not F it up and make it to the merge. I need to see these messy people all together. So, like I said, dump a teeny, dump some of the boring people now. We gotta sit there and listen to the two blonde people argue over like who they want to carry, if they want to carry the dope or not. Like what's his face? I gotta pull it up. They want to
Andy.
carry Andy around to Sierra and Sam fighting about if they want to adopt Andy or not, basically.
Right. Yeah.
Dude's gonna ruin their game. They're gonna get voted out before him.
I almost think that Sue though didn't do a great job of hiding it, and I think she could have be a potentially like easy target, unfortunately.
We'll see. I mean, I
Yeah,
mean,
we'll
so
all see.
so far
It
she's
really
been
just
good.
comes down to like how's the wind blowing that day.
I think she'll be in a better spot if she can get to the merge versus being
Oh
stuck
yeah,
in
yeah,
the
yeah.
small
I mean, I
tribe
think the
right
game
now.
changes for that, but
They don't really come in last though either. They don't really stink in their challenges, so that also
yeah,
does help.
yeah,
Right now, red stinks. So
yeah.
overall, like I said, Brian, upswing. I did say send a thumbnail. It's like Survivor's back. Whatever. I think it was nice to see an improvement like that. Nice to feel it. I saw it trending on Twitter, which was nice to see Survivor 47 being a top trend, which was cool. So people definitely were about it. So thank you, Genevieve. If you're into other reality TV, we are covering The Golden Bachelor. We're covering Love is Blind, Love and Hip Hop, Below Deck, 90 Day Fiance the other way. House of Villains is premiering Wednesday, October 9th, and Thursday, October 10th, two-night premiere. So we will do a review after night two. And look out for TikTok clips and stuff starting probably tomorrow with those as we actually get to sit down and watch it. So,
Yep.
um, but like I said, big improvement, Survivor. Thank you for not making me feel like I wasted 90 minutes. But until next week, for myself and Brian, thank you so much for watching. Peace.